Alright, what's going on guys, and welcome to the video. So I'm going to be showing you, I'm probably going to do a double feature and show you two games in LTTB. They're going to be it's going to be a pretty long video, but I like to get through both of them. So we're in the LTTB, we're on Redshire, and I'm going to come up to this bush. I pretty much do this all the time. I know there was a game where there was someone who came into the same thing, but I think that was in the Leopard, so I thought that was this game. But from this bush, guys, what you can do is spot everyone that's going to be coming up to this hill. This is not a new, play by any means. I mean, this is usually where I come almost every single time, and you can get away with it in most light tanks. I mean, you're at a distance where people aren't really going to spot you, and depending on the way you approach it, you could probably do it with like 20-25% concealment rating. What you have to be mindful of is a light tank going over here, and that's always what I'm careful of. I see that the even 90 I don't believe has been lit yet, so chances are likely that he's up in this area because that's where I would be. And so we're going to fast forward through this a little bit. I do get a little spotting on the LTTB, but what starts to happen is from here a lot of people, at least in this game, they're going like around like this. So I feel like I'm not getting quite as much spotting from here anymore. I do like the Progetto again, but in my opinion, it doesn't become worth it, right, to sit here anymore. I actually run into the RHM by accident, but to me, I always like to put myself where I'm doing something 24/7. Now, passive scouting, a lot of people will get upset if you're sitting there for a while and you're not lighting anything, but in reality on maps like Prokhorovka, sometimes this can be effective because people get too complacent. They go, oh, well, I'm not being spotted here, I'll move up a little bit, and on proc, you'll light someone, and eventually, right, once the concealment factor gets to 0, and now they're sitting right in front of your guys, and your guys will just obliterate them for like 1500 damage or something, right? So you have to keep that in mind, that sometimes, passive scouting on certain maps is, you have to be patient with it, and it will be very effective. But on this map, I feel like it's just not the case. I want to put my gun where, I could be more effective using my gun, and I want to put my gun somewhere where I can use it against Borisk, STA1, LTTB, Progetto. There's a lot of people here, and I want to start doing that because I feel like in a lot of these games, sometimes that's what I do. I get too comfortable just sitting in a bush for too long, so I wanted to get on the move right away. And here, what I can do is actually actively scout the Borisk and the STA1. So in doing this, I'm spotting the STA1, and if my FV gets close enough going this way, he will have shots, I think, going this way towards the STA1. Now, the Borisk comes up over the hill, he's being really aggressive, and I'm going to go after this guy. I'm going to get one more shot into him. I was hoping that this guy wasn't going to get away, but in reality, I just don't have the damage per shot to be able to take care of this guy. So Borisk is coming up, and I think he does die. I spot him there again, and RHM or whoever got a shot on him there. And now I'm going to press the stop one, because what I want to do is I want to now take this portion of the map. I bounce on the star, it is what it is. Progetto's ripping me apart, and now I need to kind of get out of here. I'm going to take this shot on him. LTTB is so good at this, at taking shots on the move. The dispersion is incredible. And now I'm going to kind of basically run away here. But in killing the star 1, it has now given my team the ability to go this way and come over up onto this hill and stuff like that and have shots here. It's 11-2. This game's practically over already. And that is why I was, taking so much time to explain to you guys why I moved so early from this bush over here, wherever the heck it is, to go and push into these guys. Because once you see kind of like a path, it's easy to take it if you can, stack up a bunch of guns. And me and that other guy in the middle, and all these guys coming this way, that's what I saw. I saw the ability to take the mid and outrun these guys, and that's what happened. We did 2,916 spotting, 1,143 damage, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm trying to emphasize in this video. you know, Redshire is one of those maps where you can do a good amount of spotting. Like, it's a good light tank map, but I just feel like you have to be very quick on your decision making on this map. You don't want to sit around and just wait unless, um, the game is progressing very slowly. But you can see here that we absolutely stomped these guys. So that's the first one. We will get into the end plates, and then I'm quickly going to show you another replay. We're at 5.5 minutes, so not bad at all. So here's the end plates for that one. This was a first class game. 2,916 spotting, 1,143 damage, nothing blind. I'm pretty sure that's what the score was. We took 11 shots, 8 were hits, 7 were pens, and honestly, like 1,100 damage is not crazy. It's a good amount for the LTTB, but even then, I still didn't do that much damage. It's just the fact that I pushed up onto that hill, did some active scouting, and it's the way I pressed that area of the map. If I didn't do that, we probably still would have won the game, just not as fast, and maybe my teammates would have taken more damage. But hopefully you guys can see, what led to my decision making to just be so aggressive in this game. That's about it for this game, though. 5,614 credits. We actually made some credits, and yeah, I mean, you guys can pause if you really want to see any of these little things, but that's it. So let's go ahead and get into the second battle. And let's go ahead. Actually, I'll open those after. I don't want to spoil anything. And you guys can obviously skip ahead on YouTube past the loading, if you'd like. Alright, so we're on Runeberg, guys, and Runeberg, like, I'll be honest with you guys, I freaking hate this map. I think it's one of those maps where you can pad your damage in a light tank if you just run up right here, which is where I go every single time. This is like E8-ish area, and the other area is like F8. These two little corners right here, I'm sure you see people go here all the time, but in a good game, like if you get lucky, you can just absolutely like annihilate people down this like alleyway and stuff like that, and also take shots on people that are aggressive like in here. And that's pretty much what I do. I'm going to go ahead fast forward all the way through this. Hopefully it doesn't make you dizzy. And I get here, and from here what you could do is just basically lay waste to anybody. Like CS53 is not quite up high enough, but like LT432 is here. You can put a shot to him, and this is why this area is so effective. You just have to be really careful about people doing it, the other way. Like you'll have people like sit like down here on this corner and stuff like that, or they'll run in here and get into these little like pockets, and you have to be really cautious of that. So I see that I'm spotted by the T-54. And this is where this map also becomes a stalemate, because what happens is you'll have people push into this little corner right here, and then vice versa. Sometimes you'll have people like here come over into here, or they'll even come up into like here or something like that, and they just sit there, right? Like whoever wins this, as long as there isn't people poking here, you could sit here almost indefinitely, and then it spots the people that are in these corners, and like people just sit there. That's the one thing I don't like about this map, and I wish maybe they could somehow change that, but it is what it is, right? So Statu and the Batchat 25T are all over here, and they're kind of getting in my way, so I just decided to run away, and I'm going to try and do maybe a quick active scout run or something like that, trying to get a shot into this CS53. I'm running away from him. I can take one in the back there. I should have kind of cut back this way, but I didn't. And again, the LTTB on the move, 2 shots right into this guy, and full speed, guys. It's just incredible. This tank is probably one of my favorite light tanks in the game, just because of its accuracy. Like the accuracy on this gun is insane. I think it's like I have it at like 0.31 dispersion, I think, something like that. I mean, it's just so fun. like on, and the tank is fast too, and the concealment is fair as well. It's like in the 30s. So overall, just a good tank. So M4Y is going to push this. I see the M41 here. I'm kind of just playing with this guy because I know every time he pokes, I'm going to spot him, right? So he's going to go ahead. He's going to poke it again. I'm waiting for him to poke it. I missed the shot. And talking about the accuracy, guys, this is I was taking these shots. I think I take another one and it doesn't go into him. And I'm like, where are these shots going then? Because I know these aren't easy shots to hit. But the fact that I just hit 2 shots onto this guy in the middle at 70 kilometers an hour, spinning around and stuff like that, and then I can't hit a guy still. You know, I can't hit a dude's cap still from some 100 meters away, 150 meters away, whatever it is. So I get a shot on this guy. It's weird. I don't even think I was spotted unless I just missed the bulb there. If it went off, but I didn't see it. And it was like he wasn't spotting me. I don't know how, but there was at least one other time where he poked there and I didn't get lit. So, which was just weird in my opinion. So anyway, this is kind of what you can do. If someone comes to this corner, I would suggest falling back to this building here. We would kind of go after the LT-432 there. He gets too aggressive. He was a one-shot. I don't know why he was doing that. But I come back to this building right here, and you have a good angle on this dude if he's going to poke. Anyone that's going to poke here, unless they have turret armor or something. So again, another shot on the move there, and I'm trying to just light this quickly because everyone is right here. If you see that, everyone is here. We have one like, even 90 here, but this was all like basically being uncontested there for a moment. And all these guys are one-shots. So yes, it's 6-1, and we're up a decent amount of HP, and now even more, like we went up, way up. But all these guys are one-shots. See, boom, he's dead, boom, he's dead. One more shot in the batch at 25T is dead, and honestly, the even 90 is like a 2-shot too. So we're all not doing so well over here. The RHM is basically a one-shot. I just almost ran over that dude, but anyway, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't like what I see. I see 2 guys that are fairly full on HP here, and I don't want to leave these guys hanging, but I want to go push somewhere else and try and use my gun somewhere else. Because at this point in the game, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vehicles. One of them is arty, and you know that there's already 2 mediums over here. So what I'm trying to do is push somewhere else, being that I still have half my HP, push somewhere else in order to get all my teammates to do the same, right? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to lead the charge, and this is what I like doing in light tanks. Similar to the last game, guys. You know, and you could say that this is the point of the video, is to basically get aggressive when you need to get aggressive, but that's what I do, and that's why I share this with you, because a lot of people that play light tanks, they either get way too aggressive way too early on, or they'll do the opposite and they'll just sit too long and be too passive. Usually it's the first of those, but you know, I could use this as a good example to show you when to not be passive, right? So this STRV is running away. I can tell he really wants to get a shot into me. He keeps stopping. Instead of running away like he should do, like come all the way back to here, he keeps stopping and trying to get a shot into me. And I kind of want that because I want my teammates to basically catch up to this guy before he's able to get out, and I get another 478 spotting from it. But you can see what I did here, right? Like I ran this way, I got one shot into the M4Y or whoever that was coming up this way. That gives my team eyes here, and they can see the M4Y, and then they're able to basically determine who else is on the map. Once the STRV got spotted, I think these people basically knew, like, look, there's not much left here, let's push. And they push, and this is what's so great about having smart teammates. All these guys are now pushing, all these guys are now pushing, and this game is an easy win. So here we go. We're going to run through here. I'm just going to speed this up to the end because you guys know the result by now, right? Panzer absolutely annihilates this guy, and here we go, guys. 1,146 damage, 2754 spotting, and I believe these games they might not have been back-to-back, but they were certainly close. I mean, they were on the same day. I saved them on the same day. So those are 2 phenomenal games in the LTTB, like 4K combined in both games or something or other. And, you know, to me, my emphasis on these 2 videos is just know when to be aggressive, guys. You know? It's okay to take a shot or two, especially if you have a good amount of HP. Sometimes in games, like to say for instance, like the LTG game that I played recently that I showed you guys, I was full HP that entire battle. Don't be afraid to lose some of your HP if you have to. Like if you're running up and you see a medium on your team that's a one-shot, go up, draw the person's attention that if it's at the end game and maybe he's the last person on that side of the map, come up, draw that enemy's fire, run a circle around him, and use your HP. You don't be afraid to use your HP. You know, light tanks are very brittle, but usually they could take a shot or two, right? Without maybe in everything but the LT-432 that'll light on fire and basically just burn you alive. But you can use your HP. All right, so this was first class as well, and we did 2,984 spotting, 1,146 damage, and here we are, again, 1,146 damage, and for the end plates, we lost 6K here, boo-hoo, and yeah, I mean, this is good, a good score combined, and about the same as the other one, and another fairly short game, but the video will be fairly long. We're at 16 minutes now, so I'm going to let you guys go right now. I have nothing more to say about this. I think I talked about everything I wanted to, and that is it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will catch you for the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.